God's advice today. God said, "Beloved child, in this sacred moment, pause for a while and allow your heart to open like a fertile field receiving the rain after a long drought." It is not by chance that your eyes rest upon these words, for each letter is part of a plan I designed for your life even before your birth. You have walked through paths of uncertainty, lifted prayers in the midnight hour, and shed tears in secret, yet none of them were lost in the void. I gathered them one by one and transformed them into seeds of hope. Like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell, because you won't want to miss a single word. Don't wait any longer. Click on the first comment, listen to the 1-minute prayer, and discover how this prayer was created to support your spiritual and practical growth. Every moment of hesitation is a chance that slips away, and God wants you to step into leadership now. Like, share, and let this message reach others who need hope and direction. This is the moment to act in faith. Align your heart, your mind, and your decisions with what God is preparing for you. Change happens when you decide to act, and today can be the first step into a full, blessed life overflowing with opportunities. Today I tell you that the soil which seemed barren will begin to blossom, and what you believed was lost will be restored in double portion. For those who sow in tears shall reap with songs of joy. Psalm 126 verse 5. And this is the time when your soul will see promises fulfilled that you thought were forgotten. I have not forgotten you nor the deepest desires of your heart. On the contrary, every season of waiting was a secret weaving of strength and character. Now my light descends upon you to open paths where there were only walls, and my favor goes before you so that what once seemed impossible becomes reality. Believe, my child, for even if the world does not understand, my heavenly clock marks the exact hour of your miracle, and you are about to see that my love and my power are infinitely greater than your fears. Beloved child, I have seen every step you have taken, even those you took trembling in fear and uncertainty. I know every sigh that left your lips when no one else was near, every whispered prayer in silence, and every tear shed in secret. None of them fell into forgetfulness or remained suspended in the air. All were kept in my heart as precious seeds. I know that at times you believed heaven was silent, that there was no answer, but in truth I was working in the unseen, weaving paths and opening doors you could not yet see. The desert through which you walked is not your end, but the place where I teach dependence, faith, and trust. It is where I show you that I am the cloud guiding you by day, the fire warming you at night, and the spring that flows when thirst becomes unbearable. Everything you have lived, including the falls, is serving to strengthen and prepare you for what is to come. Comment, I trust in God's love, He is my refuge. When you thought you were forgotten, you were actually being prepared. Like the seed buried in the darkness of the earth, so is the process I have with you. Whoever looks from above the soil sees only silence, absence of signs, and imagines that nothing is happening. But I, the Creator, know what takes place in the unseen. The roots grow deeper, the earth softens, the sprout forms before breaking through the surface. In the same way, your promise is alive and growing within you. What seemed barren is about to sprout, what seemed dead is about to bloom. The Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in Him. Psalm 37 verse 23, and this is the time when the hidden will be revealed, the buried will blossom, and the seed will break its shell to rise to the sun. I tell you, your story did not end on the page of suffering. It was only in the chapter of sowing. Now the chapter of harvest opens before you, and what I prepared for you will begin to manifest with power. Comment, I wait for God's perfect timing. He is never late. Do not fear if your heart feels weary. I know the times when you said to yourself, I have no more strength, perhaps this is not for me. I know every moment when you looked around and thought others were moving ahead while you were not. But as long as there is breath in you, the promise remains alive. As long as your heart beats, my word stands firm. I specialize in bringing life where there are only ashes, in making bloom what seemed dry, in opening seas that are closed, and turning impossibilities into testimonies. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. The seas that seem to block you will be the very ones that open for you to pass through, and when you cross to the other side, you will know it was not your strength but my power that sustained you. Just as I did with my people leaving Egypt, I will turn the obstacle into a pathway, fear into faith, trial into victory. Comment, I rest in God's promise, He will sustain me. Did you know that there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-seated beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a profound impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to explore this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. Look at your life as a great symphony that I myself am conducting. Each instrument enters at the exact measure, none too soon, none too late, and so it is with every event in your story. Nothing you have lived has been wasted. Not the sleepless nights, not the silent prayers, not the hidden tears were in vain. Each experience has tuned your heart so that it resonates with my melody. Now the moment has come, your note is about to sound. What I have prepared for you from the very beginning will manifest with intensity. That is why you now feel this mixture of emotion and trembling, this shiver in your soul. It is not just any emotion, it is the confirmation that this word is for you. Many will hear, but few will take hold of it. I do not call you to be just a passive listener. I call you to reach out and take what I have already placed before you. The time of waiting is ending, the time of harvest is beginning to dawn. Comment, I take hold of God's promise, it is real for me. The miracle I am preparing for you is not chance, not luck, not coincidence. It is the exact answer I designed even before you asked me. As I did with Sarah, who laughed when she heard she would be a mother in her old age, so I will do with you. To human eyes it seemed impossible, but my promise is not limited by time or by circumstances. Sarah went from incredulous laughter to laughter of victory when she held Isaac in her arms. In the same way, you will go from doubt to joy when you see fulfilled what I have promised. And like Peter, who spent the night casting his nets without catching anything, you too have labored without seeing results. But just one word from me will be enough for your nets to be filled to the point of breaking. Your empty boat will become a testimony of my overflowing abundance. Do not doubt, my heavenly clock marks the exact hour, and the time of favor has come. Prepare your heart, my child, because what I have for you is greater than you have asked, dreamed, or imagined. You look at a single path and think that everything depends on that route, but I open invisible ways, paths your eyes have not yet seen, roads where you never imagined there would be an exit. While you convince yourself that everything is lost, I am already working in secret to change the course of your story. I am the God who makes water spring from the rock in the middle of the desert, who sends bread from heaven when there is no provision, who transforms the cross into victory and the tomb into life. Do not limit my power to your human expectations or to your limited plans. My ways are not your ways, and my thoughts are not your thoughts, but they are always for good. Every apparent delay, every closed door, every silence you interpreted as absence were in fact signs that I was working on a higher level than you could understand. I do not improvise or forget. I fulfill, my child, and I do it at the exact moment. Therefore, keep your heart open and willing, because my blessing is not only for you to admire from afar but for you to receive, live, and enjoy. This is your moment to rise. Do not let unbelief steal what I have already set in motion for you. Even though circumstances may scream the opposite and everything seems the same on the outside, trust my word, for the change has already begun within you. It is like a river that first flows silently beneath the ground, invisible, until suddenly it bursts forth and becomes an unstoppable torrent. So it will also happen in your story. The promises I gave you were not an illusion or an empty comfort. They were seeds in the process of germination. I myself watered them with my faithfulness, cared for them in secret, and now you will see the fruit. He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. Philippians chapter 1 verse 6. Believe me when I tell you that what seemed dead was actually being prepared to rise again with greater strength. Nothing has been lost, everything has been in my hands. Comment: I trust that God is working even when I don't see it. Remember, my dear child, that I did not only call you to give you things but to shape you, to make you grow and strengthen your roots. Everything I allowed on your path was so you would learn to depend on me and not on your own strength, so your faith would mature and your character would be established. The battles you faced were not signs of my absence but training for your hands, so you could hold the victory that is now coming. The tears you shed were not punishment but water that softened your heart so you could receive with humility what I have prepared for you. None of this was forgetfulness, all of it was love. I do not delight in seeing you suffer, I delight in seeing you mature, grow, and be ready to receive what is yours without it being lost. That is why today I tell you, you have passed the test, you have endured the winter, you have kept the faith. Therefore, lift up your eyes, my child. Leave behind the dust of the road, shake off from your soul the words of defeat, and allow this word to penetrate the deepest part of you. I am with you. I am your strength, your guide, your sustainer, and your refuge. I am doing something new that will soon spring forth, and you will see it with your own eyes. What seemed like death will turn into life. What seemed like an end will become a beginning. What seemed like silence will become a song. This is not only a promise, it is a reality already moving in your favor. Hold on in faith, because what you dreamed, what you cried for, what you prayed in secret, is now beginning to manifest. And when my work is complete in you, your mouth will be filled with laughter, your hands will lift testimony, and your heart will understand that you were never alone. This is your time, my child. This is the moment you prayed for so much. Walk with me, for together we are going toward your victory. Do not doubt, the season of harvest has arrived, and what once seemed impossible will become your new reality. I will fulfill what I promised you, for my faithfulness never fails. Listen, my beloved child. Within the depths of your heart, I have written promises that time cannot erase. Even in the seasons when silence surrounds you, know that I am not absent. I am the quiet pulse of your courage, the unseen hand that steadies you when your world trembles. I am the breath that fills your chest each morning, reminding you that purpose still flows through your veins. Do not mistake stillness for abandonment. It is in stillness that I work most deeply. Every unanswered question, every waiting hour, every tear that fell unnoticed by the world, none escaped my gaze. I have gathered each one, and in them, I have planted the seeds of redemption. Though the road ahead may seem uncertain, I have gone before you. Walk in the assurance that I will never forsake you. My love is not a fleeting shadow, it is the light that endures even in the storm. Commenti, I trust in the love of God, He is my refuge. You must remember, my child, that strength is not born from ease but from endurance. The fire that refines you is not meant to destroy but to purify, to reveal what is eternal within you. The trials that you face are not punishments, they are instruments shaping your spirit into resilience. When you feel burdened, recall this truth, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles, they will run and not grow weary, they will walk and not faint. Isaiah chapter 40 verse 31, You are not meant to carry the weight of the world alone. I walk beside you through every valley and over every mountain, ensuring that not even one step is wasted. Trust that I am crafting beauty from the ashes you thought would consume you. My timing is perfect, though your heart may ache in waiting. The story I write through you has a purpose beyond your sight. It is woven with threads of eternal hope. When darkness presses in and the night feels endless, lift your eyes to me. I am nearer than the breath that sustains you. Even when confusion clouds your vision, my hand is steady upon your soul. Do not be afraid of what you cannot yet see, for I am already there. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Psalm 27 verse 1, I have surrounded you with my protection. Nothing formed against you will stand. When fear whispers lies to your heart, silence it with the truth of my promises. You are not a victim of circumstance, you are a vessel of my grace. Let faith be the torch that guides your steps, for faith is the language that opens heaven's doors. In every storm, I remain the calm. In every uncertainty, I remain the answer. Commenti, I am not afraid, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Beloved one, understand that every delay holds divine intention. I withhold not out of cruelty, but out of care. There are blessings that would crush you if they arrived before your heart was ready. So I teach you patience, not as punishment, but as preparation. The waiting season is not wasted, it is sacred soil where roots of wisdom grow deep. While you see only pause, I see foundation. While you perceive stillness, I am orchestrating movement behind the veil. Learn to find me not only in answered prayers but in the silence that precedes them. For silence, too, speaks of my presence. It is the whisper before the dawn, the breath before the miracle. When you can trust me even without evidence, that is when your faith becomes unshakable. Your destiny is not delayed, it is developing. Commenti, I will wait in peace, for God's timing is perfect. Do not let the wounds of your past define your worth. What was broken was not meant to end you, but to open you, to deepen your compassion, to awaken your empathy, to draw you closer to my heart. There is nothing in your story that I cannot redeem. Every scar can become a testimony of my healing power. Forgive those who hurt you, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Release resentment, and you will make room for resurrection. You cannot carry both pain and promise at the same time. Choose the promise. Choose to walk free. The chains that once held you are already shattered by my mercy. Step forward in grace, for the past no longer defines you. You are not the sum of your mistakes, you are the reflection of my mercy, the living proof that love conquers all. When you find yourself weary and uncertain of the path ahead, rest in me. The world may offer temporary comfort, but I offer lasting peace. Do not rush to fix what only time and faith can heal. Allow my Spirit to renew your mind, to restore your joy, to remind you of who you are. You are not forgotten, not overlooked, not alone. My plans for you are not cancelled, they are unfolding in divine rhythm. You cannot yet see the full picture, but I am aligning every piece. Be gentle with yourself as I work. I do not require perfection, only your willingness to keep walking. Even when you stumble, I will uphold you. Even when you fall, I will lift you again. My grace does not expire with your weakness, it expands in it. Rest now, knowing that what I began in you, I will surely complete. Your story will become a refuge for the wounded, a beacon for the seeker, a confirmation for the doubter. Through you, I will show my faithfulness to those who feel alone. Your journey will no longer be a private struggle but a public lighthouse for many. I will not only heal you, I will use you to heal others. I will not only restore you, I will make you an example of restoration. Like Peter, who was restored after his denial and became a voice to the multitudes, you too will become a channel of hope for those who have stopped believing. The season of shame has ended. The time of delay has concluded. The era of meaningless pain is over. Today I declare over you a season of joy, progress, and multiplication. The miracle is not a distant promise, it is a tangible reality now. Let celebration erupt within you because victory has already been released. You may not yet see the full magnitude of what you're receiving, but what I've prepared for you goes far beyond a single answer. It is a transformation. My beloved child, you have walked through valleys where the shadows tried to silence your song, yet you kept moving even when your feet trembled. You have endured storms no one else saw, battles fought behind closed doors, wounds carried in silence when the world thought you were fine. I was there in every hidden tear, in every night when your heart whispered, "I can't go on." I was the one holding you when despair tried to pull you under. Every time you thought you were forgotten, I was covering you with my hand, preserving your mind, shielding your spirit. You are still here, not by chance but by my design. You are a survivor of invisible wars, and every scar you carry has been transformed into a mark of victory. Your journey is not a sign of weakness but a testimony of my strength working within you. Where others only see endurance, I see resilience blooming into purpose. You have not been overlooked. You have been prepared. The same God who parted the Red Sea speaks to you now. I am not a story from ancient pages, I am the living presence breathing life into your spirit at this very moment. The same God who multiplied the loaves to feed the multitudes is multiplying hope within you now. The same God who guided David to overcome the giant is guiding you through your battles, handing you victories you thought were impossible. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. Hebrews chapter 13 verse 8. I have not changed, nor has my power faded. My miracles are not relics of the past, they are alive and active in your life today. Each obstacle you have faced is an altar where I have proven my faithfulness. Each setback you thought would destroy you was actually the soil where your faith grew roots. Look at how far you've come, not by your strength, but by my grace. You are a living testimony of what my hand can do. Commenti, the same God of miracles is with me now. Your life is like a painting still in progress. Up close, the brushstrokes seem chaotic, colors smeared without meaning, shapes unfinished. But if you step back, you will see the masterpiece emerging. What felt like betrayal, what looked like failure, what seemed like a door slamming shut was actually a stroke of purpose, a line of destiny. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Romans chapter 8 verse 28. This is not random. This is not wasted. Every season of pain has carved deeper compassion in you. Every delay has built greater depth in your faith. While you thought I was silent, I was painting redemption across your story. While you thought nothing was happening, I was laying foundations for your future. What you call waiting, I call preparation. The masterpiece is not finished yet, but already its beauty is breaking through. You may feel unworthy of what is coming, believing that miracles are earned or deserved. But my child, a miracle is not wages, it is a gift. Grace is not a paycheck, it is an overflow of love. You may not have done everything perfectly, yet I have decided to bless you anyway. You may have fallen, but I have decided to lift you. You may have failed, but I have decided to fulfill my promise to you. My love is not fickle like human affection. It is firm, eternal, unbreakable. Today, receive this word like someone receives a key, for keys open doors that were once locked. I am placing in your hands keys for new opportunities, new paths, new beginnings. You will no longer knock where there is no answer. You will no longer insist where there is no way out. The doors you have prayed for are opening wide, and what was blocked will now be accessible. The miracle you've been waiting for is not just for you, it will overflow to others through you. With love, God. Hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.